This video is a demonstration of resistance training for a basketball athlete. Stabilization phase, Wednesday. Start with the overhead complex. So 3 reps of dip and pause. Trying to work on that good posture for the dip position of a push press. Then dip and jump. So 3 reps where you hit that dip and then you explode, then dip and drive here, trying to get tall without necessarily jumping, and 2 reps of the press, so good upper body part of the push press, and then I put it all together. I dip, I drive, and I push overhead, finish with the bar tall, trying to push the bar as far away from the floor as I can get it without getting on my tiptoes. Then we'll do the anti-hip abduction squat. So I can load this for a strong athlete with a barbell or front squat or whatever, so that they're getting something out of it for their leg strength. But the main focus here is just to try to activate the glute medius. So I'm trying to push or pull that band apart with my knees, and then have about a 2-second pause at the bottom there before I come up slowly. So up and down slow. Then we'll move to the single leg Romanian deadlift. If I get this thing off my feet. Oh geez, I didn't realize that was such a view of my hindquarters. I thought I was more sideways to the film. Yeah, this is what I thought I was doing the first time. Then I'll go to an anti-rotation side lunge. So working on the frontal plane and also resisting movement of the core and the transverse plane at the same time. I'm going to grab light resistance. I don't want a heavy resistance band here because I don't want a great deal of help pushing off of my side lunge. I want to use my leg for that. But as I extend, there's just enough resistance that my torso wants to rotate to the right. So I have to engage my core to do that while I am getting into my side lunge and pushing away from it. So I would go both sides, obviously. Then we'll go to stability ball, IYTW. I throw in little I here as well. I'm going to move the camera first. So we'll go I here. I should do this a little bit slower because it's stabilization phase. And Y. T. W. Trying to pinch my elbows close to my waist. And then some people call what I call little I, some people call it A. So scapular stabilization. Then I will do a stability ball dual dumbbell bench press. So I try to keep my hips high. I ended up off the camera, that's pretty crappy, but try to keep my hips high so I get some glute stabilization. And then I purposely don't put my head on the ball so I get a little bit of neck work there. But obviously the main focus is an upper body push. So that's stabilization for Wednesday. Then strength phase. We'll do the overhead complex, which I just demonstrated, 3 reps each of technique work for the push press. Then I will add the push press in. So we'll get some weight on the barbell here, do a couple push presses. Dip, drive, and push. Try to hold the bar over my head for about 2 seconds each time. Try to own the weight. Okay, then I'll move to side lunge. So I'll pick up 1 dumbbell here and do side lunges. And then we'll do a dual dumbbell standing press. So it's a little bit hard to tell there. My elbows are a little bit in front of my shoulders. Trying to keep the upper arm movement in the plane of the scapula. I'll do pull-ups. And that'll take care of the strength phase of resistance training for a basketball athlete. So the power phase is not a whole lot different, except that I add in the dual dumbbell hang pull and the push jerk. So I have a separate video for those.